Welcome to Electronic Medium Life is Paranormal. I'm Judy, and on this channel we research the afterlife using today's technology. Today we're going to go over the 2 sessions that I've already recorded for Orrin and Orson West. It's one thing to listen to the session and to pay attention to the words and things. It's another thing to sit down and transcribe the session and read the story. So we're going to go through it today. If you haven't seen the sessions yet, I will put a link to the playlist in the comments and pin it, and it will also be in the video description if you're interested. If you haven't seen them, please check them out. The first session was completed on January 8th, 2021, and I totally feel like this is telling us a story. So let's check it out. It wasn't that night. Makes me feel like they were talking about the night that the adoptive parents reported the kids missing, Trezell and Jacqueline. And then there's a really soft whisper that says Florida. This doesn't necessarily mean the kids are in Florida. The parents could have fled to Florida. They could have had people in Florida helping them. Who knows, the van could be from Florida. So we'll just make a mental note of that. And then we hear, not there. Don't listen to them. I feel like this is regarding the adoptive parents, Trezell and Jacqueline. When I asked the spirits if the adoptive parents had anything to do with this, you hear, peace out, goodbye. Is that the last thing that the adoptive parents ever said to these kids? I feel like this is regarding the media coverage that the adoptive parents got, and it speaks volumes. Fake to cover butt. Then I ask if the boys were ever in California City, and the answer is too late. Not sure how to interpret that just yet. I ask if it's possible if the boys are out in the desert near the adoptive parents' home in California City, and the answer is clearly no. To come right for you gives me the creeps, makes me feel like they're talking about the people that hurt them, which could be the adoptive parents, but maybe not. So thunder, raining, makes me think there might have been a thunderstorm on the night that the children went missing, on the actual night they went missing. So a pair of dark women to me could mean dark as in skin color. It could also mean dark spiritually. This also makes me believe that there are more people involved than what we think. More people know about this, I'm sure. Spirits say cops are familiar with sin. I give an amen to that. That is truth. And then we hear it doesn't look great. Taylor, it's the last time something. I couldn't hear that, but there is a Taylor, California. Let me show you a map. Taylor could be a person, but it also could be a place. And I noticed here that Taylor, California is about 245 miles from Bakersfield, California, which is about a 4-hour drive. And it is about 183 miles from California City, which is about a 3-hour and 22-minute drive. I just found that interesting. Not sure what to make of it yet. I'm actually going to play you a clip from the first session. It is super clear and self-explanatory, so let's play it. Guys, can you tell me where can we look for evidence? Where could the police find evidence? I swear that whisper just said the van. There's blood? Sorry. Sit down. I feel like, and this is only my opinion, that this is the adoptive parents getting very short-tempered with the kids, telling them to sit down. Because after all, they are rambunctious, right? So I feel like this is one of the boys telling us. He screamed at me. I sat down, and he said, "Don't get up." He screamed at me. Who do you think this is referring to? Oh man, see? I guess they got a little too rambunctious, right? This is no joke, guys. This is the that was recorded, and I'm getting pissed off. It's not in the field, guys, not in the field. Are they talking about the field by the house in California City? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This one also is self-explanatory, right? She's pregnant. I don't know who this is. If this is the adoptive mom, if this is someone else that's involved, if AV, Watchmen, or anyone else doing research on this case knows of any pregnant females surrounding this case, could you please let me know? Some people are asking if the children could have been traded or sold, but after hearing blood and dead and we're doomed and all of these things, I really feel like they're probably not with us on this earth anymore, sadly. And now we've heard dark twice. We heard dark women, and this word dark could mean dark like nighttime. Again, could mean spiritually dark. Leave me a comment. What's your opinion? I'd like to know if Trezell and Jacqueline were ever drug tested. If anyone knows that, please leave me a comment as well. I feel like they are not talking about Trezell in this case. I understand each boy had a separate father, even though they had the same mother, and I believe that's who they're referring to here. You know, I'm adopted too, guys, and man, I really feel for these little guys. I've been hearing some chatter about maybe the children being sold or traded, but the word trade that we hear here could also mean that they felt like they were traded because they were given up for adoption. So it's just on your interpretation. This one makes me feel a certain kind of way. Tock Bro, this is your bed. Where were they making these kids sleep? Where were they making them sleep? Because here I feel like it's the babies telling them, I can't sleep here, wherever they had them. And then we hear terrible, these keys go to the shed. Is that where they were making them sleep? In the shed? Did they have a shed in their backyard? Well, I did find a picture of their backyard in California City, and lo and behold, they do have a shed. I don't imagine they had a shed when they lived in an apartment. So that's interesting. Has there even been a search warrant executed on this property yet? I sure hope law enforcement gets to check that shed thoroughly. Does anybody know if there's been a warrant yet? Please let me know in the comments. Then we hear you. Damn it, do it, please. Could be the adult talking to the children. Just do it. Or it could be adult to adult. Damn it, just do it. Let me know what feelings you're getting about that. I haven't really read up much on this case yet, other than seeing bits and pieces here and there from Linda, from It's a Crime, or Plunder, or AV Watchmen. Do we know if the parents went to church? Were they religious at all? Or did they have any kind of dark side? Do we know yet? Just curious. Yes, my angels, there are a lot of people coming to look for you. That's for sure. Okay, now we're going to take a look at session number 2 that I recorded on January 15th this year, 2021. Orrin and Orson Tell. Yes, please tell us, guys. Again, we hear something about bleeding. Keep in mind this session was done 7 days after the first session. What do you think this means, guys? There's wood. You know, Trezell talked about getting wood. Are they talking about the woods? What are your thoughts on that? And just like the first session, I do feel like this is one of the boys talking to their own biological father. And then when I heard video sent out, it kind of made me chuckle a little bit. Makes me think of the video from the CCTV from the neighbor's surveillance camera that AV Watchmen showed us. So anyway. Do we know if there are any other CCTV videos out there? Just curious. Let me know if you know. And then we hear forensic. And yes, I do believe there is tons of forensic evidence out there. We just have to find it, guys. Now, this makes me think when it says it's over. Come in here. Before morning, I'm dying. Come in here. Come in where? From the shed? And when we heard dark before, I thought maybe it was dark spiritually, but now I'm thinking it was dark like nighttime and storming. Okay, does anyone have any idea what this could mean? Triangle, ready to follow the lead. Barry Morphew talked about a triangle. Now there's a triangle mentioned here. Is this like in code? What are your guys' thoughts on that? I have no idea. I'm pretty sure this is where a really bad cuss word came flying out of my mouth on the last session. And so I do believe that their bodies are wrapped in something. But it's where they start talking about they were wrapped and dumped that's really interesting to me. I would really be interested to know if one of the boys called the other one Bubby. And I feel like they are in a beautiful place. I feel like they're in a beautiful place in nature. I feel like Mr. Supreme Intelligence, whatever Trezell calls himself, thinks he did them a favor by putting them in a beautiful location. So, friends, I am not accusing anyone here, but obviously my thoughts are coming out. This is just my opinion and only my opinion, and not yet believed to be truth. This is just my translation of the information that I've recorded so far. That's all. And I feel like this is an adult female that said this. I can't do this. To me, is it Jacqueline? I don't know. And what is this female talking about? She can't deal with the children anymore. She can't deal in helping with getting rid of the children. Not sure what's going on there. And I've gotten this question a lot this week. Do I think that a child's spirit is older on the other side? And yes, I do believe that they're more mature on the other side than they were when they passed, especially if they were super young. And again, we hear dead and there's blood. I don't hear this, you guys, if the person is still with us here on earth. I don't record stuff like this. And here I feel like we're talking about location again. A tiny place. A tiny place? And yes, of course, we believe they're hidden, but hidden how well exactly? This gave me the chills, you guys. Newcastle Time Machine. Just the word time machine has a creepy vibe. And then I found this picture online. Just gave me a creepy vibe because it has a tiny place on it. Anyway, there is a Newcastle, California, and I did look it up on the map, and I'll show you that here. So, of course, obviously, I don't know if this means anything or it means nothing. It's just interesting to go from Taylor to California City to Bakersfield to Newcastle. I don't know, gave me the chills. And guys, this is just a little reminder that this is only painful for those of us who are left behind. For those of us who are left behind here on earth, it is not painful anymore for them. And I just want you to know that. So I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Another Orrin and Orson video this weekend. Bye, guys.